Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning.
Assalamu warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning to Dr. Zakir Naik. Straight to the point. My name is Muhammad Farid Muhammad Azmi. I'm from BBA student, second year of BBA student. The question is, the era that we're living in now has developed into a world that has no boundaries. We have no limited access.
Brother, slowly,
Okay.
clearly.
The era that we're living in now has developed into a world that has no boundaries. We have no limited access to all information worldwide. However, with all these technologies, the Islamic country is still unable to help those in need and to stop the oppression of Muslims in Palestine, Gaza, Syria, and etc. So, I want you to share your thoughts on this matter.
The brother asked a very important question, that today the world has become into a global village and we can get information, at the tip of your fingers, WhatsApp, YouTube, Facebook, various things. And today we find that many Muslim countries are under oppression, whether it be Palestine, whether different countries, Syria, Yemen. So what should we do? Brother, go back to Quran and Sunnah. The problem is that we Muslims, as I told in my lecture today, have a lot of money, wealth. Instead of spending in the right way in the cause of Allah, they are giving it to the enemies because they are afraid. They think that the enemies of Islam can save them. If they spend it in the right way in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if we Muslims are united, Allah says in the Quran, in Surah Imran, chapter number 3, verse number 103, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Hold strongly together to the rope of Allah and be not divided. If we Muslims are united, we have about 2 billion Muslims. More than 25% of the world population today are Muslim. 25%. We are the religion which is the maximum practiced. In numbers, the Christian may be more. In practice, Muslims are the more. If we are united on the basis of Quran and Sunnah, we will be the biggest force. No one will be able to persecute us. The problem is, if one Muslim country is in problem, the other Muslim country say, why should I interfere? Our beloved Prophet said, if one Muslim has a problem, like how one body has a problem, the other body also feels the pain. So we should be united. As I told, there are very few Muslim leaders in the world today who voice out their opinion for the Islamic cause. You have one Erdogan, that's in Turkey. May Allah reward him. You have one Tun Dr. Mahathir here in Malaysia. Hardly you can count on your fingertips. There are so many Muslim countries, but where? They don't want to open their mouth, they are afraid. Why are they afraid? That if I interfere, maybe they will subjugate us, maybe they'll have economic blockade. They don't have faith in Allah. Allah says in the Quran, in Surah Nisa, chapter 4, verse 135, Ya illadhina amanu, O you believe, stand out for justice and witness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even if it be against yourself, against your parents, against your relatives, against the rich or poor. The problem is that we are afraid more of the enemies of Allah than Allah itself. If we go back to Quran and Sunnah, if we are only afraid of Allah and no one else, we'll again be the strongest force in the world. And we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What they say, that we pray that may Allah ease the difficulty. Every individual, whatever you can do, at least you do. Whether you can do dua, minimum do dua. You can support economically, whatever you can do. If Allah has given you the power to speak, then you speak. Just a couple of weeks back, there was a conference in Putrajaya for Masjid Aqsa, in support of Masjid Aqsa. And mashallah, speakers came from all over the world. They invited me also to speak, and I gave a speech. The problem is that we Muslims today are afraid. Allah has given us the wealth, but the Prophet said, I'm not fearful, afraid of my ummah about poverty. I'm more afraid that when they become wealthy, they will go away from the deen. This is the problem. So if you go back to the Quran and Sunnah, Quran and Sayyadid, and if you're united, we will be the strongest force in the world and no one will be able to subjugate us. Hope that answers the question.